matters to me.
He was pulseless, he was not breathing. We got him on a defibrillator, hooked him up, and we shocked him immediately. That did change his rhythm, that did change him pretty quick. Defibrillation is a huge factor in changing people's outcomes in cardiac arrest.
So they were able to get my heart started with this defibrillator. Without that, my cardiologist says, I never would have survived.
You know, all this is happening, you know, just real fast. We're unzipping bags, we're throwing all of our equipment out, getting all of our equipment out and getting ready.
I've heard the term fires and codes and stuff like that, controlled chaos.
In an emergency room in real life, you've got about 8 or 10 people in there. So you can imagine when it's just 3 of us working a code, each person's got a lot of work to do.
Yeah, it's controlled chaos. It's you get there and you know your steps, you pull out those pads, you're tearing things open.
We went to work. I remember starting to provide him with oxygen, started to get oxygen back circulating through his body, start doing compressions, and start trying to save as much of his vital organs as we possibly could.
So yeah, things are flying, things are going, and so while I was working on getting the defibrillation pads on and defibrillation going, one of my other guys was continuing on with the compressions. The other guy was setting up IVs. The other guy was setting up, you know, we were working on all of those steps and those processes together.
It seemed like immediately his color went from purple to a normal skin tone, basically coming back to life. You know, really a surreal moment to see him come around. Many times where we may get a pulse back, or you may get an agonal respiration, or you may get one sign of life back. But in this case, it was like we got it all back, and so it was truly amazing at that point. I really felt like you know, this was going to be. I was going to shake this guy's hand one day, and you know, I was going to meet this guy.
Of course, that's changed my life.
Yeah.
It really did. And for the better.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the strangest thing. You have to go through something crazy like that to change your life. What I've learned from this experience is I've learned more about relationships. I'm a lot closer to my wife now and kids than I used to be. It's been a complete life-changing experience.
Thank you, Maurice. Knowledge of our history is what's important. It enhances the type of delivery service that we have. And to speak about that, and has personal knowledge of our delivery service, I'd like to introduce you to Mr. Greg McKenzie. He has personal knowledge of the type of service that the fire department delivers.
5 years ago, at the age of 47, my life almost ended. If it were not for the efforts of the TPD, the Tallahassee Fire Department, and the Leon County EMS, I wouldn't be before you today. I suffered a massive heart attack. I essentially was gone. It was a crew from the Southside Fire Department that shocked me back to life and stabilized me. I used to think firemen just put out fires. Never thought about firemen being paramedics too. But the things the men and women of the Tallahassee Fire Department do is hard to measure in dollars and cents. How do you measure in dollars and cents when I owe them my life? I will be forever indebted for what that crew did that day to revive me. When I was a child, I had many make-believe heroes. Today, I can truthfully say I've got some real heroes.
Having Greg as a supporter of Tallahassee Fire Department, you know, is phenomenal. You know, having him be a spokesperson for us, I mean, that's everything, honestly, you know, because, you know, having somebody who was affected and stands up and says, yeah, these guys are doing what you're putting us out there to do, that's everything, really.
25.
Good job teaching, 8th grade. We have made the commitment We haven't set a date yet, but we're all going to go out to dinner, and, you know, I'd like to get to know these guys a little better and, you know, have them hanging around in case I have another problem or something, you know? It'd be kind of nice, but they're great guys. They're a great bunch of guys. They really are.
So you gonna take him out to dinner?
Oh, you know it.
He did say he's gonna take you out for a steak dinner.
Oh, did he? All right, well then, come on.
Does it matter to you?
It matters to me.